From a lavender field in Provence, a farmer's routine turned mythic when a small egg-shaped craft landed and two silent occupants with large eyes approached. This documentary unfolds Valensole's mystery. France in 1965 rode the space-age wave. Modernization pressed rural life, media curiosity about unexplained phenomena grew, and the Provençal lavender plains offered a stage, wonder and doubt intertwined. Discrete signs emerge. A shimmer in the sky, a hush over the lavender, and shifts in the field's ordinary rhythm hinted that Valensole might host more than weathered routine. An egg-shaped craft touched the lavender soil. Two silent beings with large eyes stepped toward Masse, who stood frozen as the air grew still, and tremor ran through the field. Masse's first instinct was to retreat slowly, eyes fixed on the beings. The craft hummed faintly, its silhouette framed by lavender and blue midday light as onlookers whispered in disbelief. After the moment, Masse reported the event to local authorities. The field was cordoned while officials took statements, and reporters arrived, transforming a routine harvest into a national conversation. Local gendarmes documented Masse's statements, inspected the scene, and filed a report. No physical evidence materialized, and the lavender field resumed its daily rhythm beneath the Provençal sun. National media picked up the incident, elevating a farmer's account into a national discussion about extraterrestrials. The public's imagination connected Valensole with other unexplained sightings across France. Valensole became a focal point in French ufology. The case sits among Europe's notable 1960s sightings, cited repeatedly by researchers who sought evidence and context for the era's extraordinary claims. Masse described two beings with large eyes, silent in demeanor. He noted their humanoid form and divergent clothing, though details varied across retellings, preserving the core image of enigmatic visitors. The craft Masse described was egg-shaped and metallic. It arrived and departed quietly, without engine sound, defying expectations and inviting questions about propulsion, materials, and other worlds. Two beings with large eyes stayed silent. Masse's account emphasizes their gaze rather than dialogue, a detail repeated in retellings shaping first contact imagination. No physical artifacts or corroborated traces emerge. The site offered no radioactive signatures, no metal fragments, and no independent witnesses beyond Masse's statements at the time. The Valensole case is often cited alongside other unusual French sightings of the era, illustrating how rural life intersected with an era of global curiosity about space. Local memory preserved the event in oral history and folklore. Yearly discussions in Valensole and nearby communities kept the encounter present in public imagination long after. Scholarly scrutiny emerged later. Ufologists and researchers examined Masse's account, weighing credibility, language, and context, while noting that no independent evidence could confirm his observations. Official stance remained cautious. Authorities did not declare an extraterrestrial visitation, instead documenting the event and leaving interpretation to public discourse and scientific skepticism without definitive conclusions. By the 1970s and beyond, Valensole appeared in ufology literature and documentary inquiries, illustrating how a single rural sighting could influence research agendas and public perception. The incident contributed to broader European fascination with airborne phenomena, reminding communities that mystery can arise in quiet corners of the countryside worldwide today even as science sought explanations. Public reaction varied. Some villagers embraced awe, others doubted the farmer's account, and skeptics highlighted the lack of physical proof, illustrating diverse responses to extraordinary claims. Memory preservation persisted through local newsletters, oral histories, and the ongoing curiosity of visitors who come to Valensole seeking a glimpse of the lavender scene and its legend. Potential explanations circulated. From misperceived aircraft to atmospheric phenomena, Skeptics argued for misinterpretation, while believers maintained Masse's testimony deserved serious contemplation even amid scientific uncertainty. Future investigators highlighted the case as a reminder about memory, perception, and the vulnerability of eyewitness accounts, especially when unusual events unfold in familiar landscapes. Sites associated with the Valensole event attract curious visitors, but local authorities emphasize respect for privacy and agriculture, ensuring the lavender fields remain productive while memory persists. Scholars and enthusiasts continue to compare Valensole with other sightings, exploring patterns in wording, context, and cultural interpretation that shape how evidence is perceived today. Archival materials from presses and local archives offer glimpses into how the event traveled from field to frenzied discussion, revealing the role of storytelling in historical memory for historians. During anniversaries, residents recount routes to the Lavender Ridge, where Masse once stood. The landscape remains a living reminder of the moment when uncertainty touched daily life. Critical examination continues. Historians note how evidence evolves with time, and ufologists emphasize that the Valensole event remains significant as a catalyst for inquiry, not definitive proof. Primary sources include Masse's accounts, contemporary newspaper reports, and subsequent interviews. Researchers urge cross-checking, contextualization, and careful differentiation between memory and measurable evidence for historians. Valensole's tale invites humility. The unknown remains an invitation to observation, documentation, and a balanced conversation between wonder and scientific rigor in communities, archives, and classrooms. The Valensole incident endures as a turning point in rural France's encounter with the unknown, reminding us that questions often outlast answers and history records every whisper. From a lavender field in Valensole, a quiet day grew into a national conversation about the unknown. Memory, skepticism, and curiosity continue shaping how we interpret extraordinary events.